Hi guys, this is Karen and right now I'm going to be doing a first listen to GOT7 7 for 7 mini album, I think. Yes, it is. I'm quite excited, so we're just going to jump straight into it. And we're going to start off with the first track, which is Moon You. And this is written by Youngjae, or Ars, as he goes, by Ji Chan Young, Max Song, and Bam Bam. And for the music, Youngjae participated, Ji Chan Young, and Command Freaks as well. So yeah, let's go. I'm not gonna lie, the title kinda made me go a bit. I've got lyrics by the way. Ooh! Ooh, I like that! Why didn't they just call it Moon Like You then? Why is it just Moon and You? I'm through JB. Okay, Ma. I really like this production though. Again, my baby Youngjae just always never letting me down. Again, Yugyeom just coming through with the bridge. I really like it when Yugyeom and Jin Young take over the bridge parts. I think their voice just really suits it, especially with Jin Young sometimes. There's someone like you. There's someone like you. Oh, there's more? Okay. Okay, see that transition was beautiful. And Jackson's got some really nice vocals here. Okay. Off to a very good start. That's a really good track to start it off with. The production was every single thing I wanted. It was smooth, it made sense, it was seamless, the transitions were really beautiful. I think the parts were distributed really well. Some of the English lines always kind of make me go a little bit with GOT7's lyrics. I think it's just the subject matter, it's not actually them speaking English or anything like that. It's kind of cheesy. So, but this production was beautiful. I always love any song that Youngjae is part of. It's usually my favorite one. I don't know, I feel like him and I, we're just on the same musical wavelength, so I just tend to really vibe to his music. So again, I was not disappointed. I really liked it. I think the members did a really good job. I also really liked Bam Bam's rapping. That I think he must have done his own like rap. And I usually really like Bam Bam's rapping style. He's my favorite one. Yeah, I really enjoyed that and I thought it was really beautiful, and I think the harmonies and just the general vibe of it was really, really good. The next track is Teenager. This is written by Def Soul, aka JB, and FS. Music by JB as well, FS and Royal Dive. Okay. Okay, that breath was not needed. Who's doing all of that? Okay, here you go. Here you go. Okay. What are you gonna do for me though? Oh, Jin Young proceeded to tell me. Alright. We're taking me to the club, you know. Oh wait, we're bringing it back? You make me a teen. I know what he's saying, it's just the way it's set up. But the production, it has like a Euro house type of vibe about it. So I dig the production. I really like that transition. Ooh. Ooh, this production is good. This is good. I didn't even realize they say Asia after they say the teen part, like they isolate it. Okay. Okay. I really love the production of that. Obviously the lyrics are basically talking about how this girl makes them feel like a teen. Kind of those like firsts that you experience as you're a teenager, when you're sort of like discovering sexuality, meeting people, all that stuff. But yeah, basically that sort of excitement, I guess that's what you're trying to say, like those like new first feelings that you get. But Again, production, I loved it. I thought this was really well done. I actually really enjoyed the little transitions. I thought when they slowed it down was really good. When they picked it back up, it was really cool. I really like that blend of EDM here. I think this was really good. This is what I wanted them to do for their last album. So I think that at least for the first 2 tracks, I'm getting that seamless production that I want. Again, lyrics. They repeat the syllables of like blah 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 blah, and then it's like pabo, but they like to repeat the bo 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 part. Like, it's, I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit, you know, it feels kind of out of place. I know what they're doing, I get it. It's just in the way it's set up in the song, the way it's arranged, it just kind of sounds a bit off to me personally. Like, I feel like I will never be able to take that little section seriously. But again, I love the production. I still think the song is a jam. I'm definitely going to listen to it, and in time I'll just forget about that little section. We're going to move on to Firework. This was written by Jin Young and Distract. Music by Jin Young as well. Distract and Secret Weapon. Okay. Okay, this beat? Okay. Alright. Okay, Ma. Okay. Okay. Yukio! Alright. Hey. Yukio and Youngjae, killing it, killing it. I guess this kind of falls slightly in that tropical house genre, but a bit more understated. Okay, Jackson. Oh, I thought he was gonna put it a little bit higher. But it's okay, it's okay. But that was a good pause. That was Jin-young. That was beautiful. Okay, come through, Jin-young. Let me know. Okay. I like that. Okay, can we just quickly talk about this production, because this is what I wanted. Okay, this is what I said that I needed GOT7 to work on, is to just tighten up the productions a little bit. I feel like they've been kind of doing really well. Like, what? This is 4 songs so far. I've already listened to You, and I said that I really like the production of that one as well. It sounded more cohesive, and I definitely think they've done it with this one as well. So the 3 tracks I've listened to have been pretty good in terms of cohesiveness. So we're already on the right track. I really enjoyed that. The chorus was quite repetitive, I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't mind because I actually really enjoyed the production enough to kind of get over that. When I was listening to that song, all I could think about was like the beach at nighttime. It kind of gives me that sort of imagery, like when I picture it, like a nice cool breeze, you know, you're listening to that, you're just walking along the beach, you can see the moon and all that stuff. Like, it just paints a really nice image in my head when I listen to that. So that's really great. Again, Jin Young, I think I've mentioned before, also writes some of my favorite bops in GOT7, so I'm not surprised that I enjoy this. I kind of knew I was gonna like this from the highlight medley, so I'm glad that he brought the goods. But yeah, I like that. The production is beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna listen to Remember You. This is written by Yi Hajin and Bam Bam, and music by Images and Bam Bam as well. The members have done really well. They've composed quite a lot on this album, so that's quite cool. Is this just, did Bam Bam just do the rap, or is this like he also helped with the song? Okay, you go. Alright, you better start off that song right. Okay. Okay, the rappers are singing quite a lot. Okay, Youngjae, better sing your heart out. surprised with Jackson's voice, no? It almost doesn't sound like him, but I know it's him. It's quite sad. Okay, that was interesting. I like that change. Okay, I was not ready for that. Alright. Okay. Definitely not what I was expecting, especially after Firework. I felt like the concept of that song was interesting. I personally felt like there was something missing in the production. Like, it didn't feel like complete to me, and that's no like disrespect to the actual, you know, composition or anything. It's just sometimes when I listen to songs, I'm always like, oh, they need that extra bit. I can't explain what it is, but you know, when you just listen to a song, you're like, oh, it's just missing something. Like, something needs to be added, like one or two things need to be added for it to sound like full and complete. Yeah, I wasn't getting that with this particular track. But I like the concept of it in the sense that it was quite understated. I like that the piano was quite prevalent. I like the lyrics. I just wasn't, I don't know, it didn't give me what I wanted. But nonetheless, I still think that they did a really good job. So shout out to Bem Bem for, you know, taking part in writing it, and you know, as well as composing it as well, because, you know, that is a big job to do. The next song is To Me, or Nege, and this is written by Yugyum. Oh, just Yugyum. Oh, okay. And music by Yugyum and Effin, I'm guessing. Yeah. And arrangement by Effin, Heth, Samuel, Q as well. I like this start. I feel like I should do a bachata, but at the same time I need to like do a body roll. Like, this song is giving me a lot of feels. Oh, I wasn't expecting that change. Oh my god, this lyric. Is it just me, or does that beat get faster? Does it get faster to you guys? Because I feel like it starts off on a certain like BPM and then it gets ridiculously faster. I don't know why. Wait, sorry, I just got confused because I was like, I thought this was in reference to like, I didn't think this was in a relationship context, but it seems like Mark's part kind of made it seem like that. It's a lot of English in it. Okay, Bam Bam. Oh, so it just ended like that. Interesting. Okay, let me explain to you why I was confused with that song. Because I feel like it started off well. It did. Like, especially with the, it's like a percussion type of sound in the background. I like that. But for some reason, I don't know if it's because when they actually start singing over it, it sounds faster. I don't know if it was like that for anyone else. And I think that kind of made it got confusing for me. So that's why I had to stand and be like, what? But it's just my senses. Like, certain things, like, I pay attention to like a lot of the things that are going on in the background of a song. So sometimes I can't let certain sounds go. Like, most people will be like, oh, I didn't even really pay attention to that. But for me, I'm like, that's very prevalent. So yeah, I was paying attention to that beat because I originally liked it, because it kind of starts off really like slow, and then that percussion type beat comes in. So you're like, oh, should I do the bachata or something like that? And then, you know, it gives you different feels. But then I feel like, I don't know, it got faster in the middle and then it slowed down and there was the trap beat. So it kind of didn't flow. It wasn't as seamless to me. The lyrics, again, I guess, okay, to be honest, now that I see from the start, it does seem like it does seem like it was in reference to a relationship, although in some sense it seems like it must be in a relationship context. I kind of see it as more of like just like a day-to-day type of thing, not necessarily a relationship, but kind of saying that, you know, this is who I am. You don't really know much about me. You guys can make a lot of assumptions about, you know, from the outside and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that song had a really good potential, especially with the percussion. Again, some of the like the lyrics, I don't know. I feel like sometimes they incorporate a lot of English, which makes sense because most of them do speak English, and that's, you know, that's their comfortable language, I guess, for most of them. But sometimes I feel like they chuck in so much that when they move from the English to the Korean, it doesn't flow as well. So I think they need to be really careful with that. When they want to chuck in English, you kind of have to make sure that it is very seamless. But that's something that, you know, is easily worked on and stuff. But it could just be a me thing. It could just be I just find it a bit awkward when I hear it that way. It might not be a problem for the masses, which is, it's not a problem necessarily, it's just like a personal preference. I just think that sometimes it just sounds a bit awkward when there's so much English. In certain areas it doesn't flow as well with Korean, so you just need to be careful with like how much English you're going to put in there, or how you're going to structure it to make more sense, if that makes any sense. Okay, now we're going to go to the last song, which is Face. This is written by Lee Woo-min, or Collapsedon, or Collapsedon, it depends on how it's pronounced. Mayu Wakisaka, Jackson, Mark, and Bem Bem. And it is the music is written by the same people, with the exception of the rappers. It looks like a pop ballad. Ooh, I like her. Okay, Gina. Oh. Okay, I remember this one. That was beautiful. Okay, the deep ass voice. How are you gonna just switch up from like that deep voice to your normal talking voice, Mark? I wasn't prepared for that. Okay, Mr. Bass. I love that. Ooh. Okay, Jinyoung. Was that Jinyoung? Who did that ad-lib? Oh no, I think it must have been Youngjae. Oh, I really like the ad-libs in this song. Is that it? And done. Oh my gosh, okay. Alright, I like that. That was a good song to end the album on. I definitely prefer this to the last mini album, which was Flylog Arrival, if I remember correctly. I think so. I just think the production in this and composition, just overall, was much more seamless. That was my issue with the last album. I wasn't feeling that smooth, seamless production. I wasn't getting it for me, and I only got maybe like 1 or 2 songs, and then the rest I just felt like it was kind of like a bit kind of shaky. But with this one, definitely the first 4 songs, like Moon You, Teenager, You Are, Firework, the production for that made a lot of sense to me. Like for me, it just flowed. It was what I was missing. I love the genres that was used. They kind of stayed within that R&B EDM type of mix. EDM in the sense where it's not like high energetic fist pumping type of EDM, very dubsteppy, but like that other spectrum where it's more also I really like that. That was nice, especially for this weather as well. It just kind of suits that vibe, so I think they did a really good job in terms of the concept. I guess my only criticism in this one would be, I guess, like I mentioned before, I think for the I don't know if it was Remember You or To Me, where I said like the English lyrics, that transition from English lyrics to Korean kind of needs to be more, I don't know, sometimes it can feel quite out of place and awkward for me personally. It might not be the same way for some of you, and that's why I say it's not necessarily like a bad thing, because it's just more of like an opinion, and it just depends how you feel about it. But for me, sometimes I feel like it can get a bit awkward when they use certain phrases and words, and like I said, it's fine. It's fine because English is not all of their first languages, only a few members, and obviously they always add English because it is, you know, some of them do speak English and they're quite multinational groups, so it makes sense, and I don't want them to stop doing it. But overall, I definitely think that this was a much better album. I definitely enjoyed it a little bit more. In terms of favorites, my favorite was definitely, I like Moon You, definitely, because I love that vibe. Moon You, Firework, You Are, Face, Teenager, Remember You, no, To Me, and then Remember You, or To Me. And to be honest, To Me and Remember You, I'm not like, I'm not that crazy about them, but I'll put like an updated list here. Sometimes I'm a little bit hard on GOT7 because I've been a stan since the beginning, so like it's just like when you've been in the groups for so long and you just kind of know certain things that they can do, and sometimes they don't do that, then I'm like, oh, you know, I want to be like, no, I know you can do it. And so that's where I come from, in terms of like my views and opinions and stuff like that. And yeah, I can't wait to, you know, see this new era. Finally watch some of the live stages, because I haven't seen any of the live stages yet, and actually catch up on things, because I really haven't caught up with them in like the last couple of months, because I've been quite busy just in general. But yeah, shout outs to GOT7. I hope promotions go well. And yeah, let me know what your favorites are in the comments below. Let me know what you think about just this entire production and your thoughts. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this first listen, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.